Now, Leonard Maltin has details on a movie that was a box office hit more than 60 years ago, and he traveled all the way to Utah for the story. Leonard.
Well, John, this weekend I flew to Salt Lake City to attend the opening of the United States Film Festival. This festival is presented by the Sundance Institute, and they pride themselves in championing independent filmmaking, the kind of movies that don't come from big Hollywood studios. But this year they did something very different to kick off the festival, something very exciting too. I'm glad I was there, and I want to share some of the experience with you. The United States Film Festival has all the trappings of any good film festival. Films and filmmakers, parties, guests, and the occasional celebrity. In this case, the Sundance Institute's founder, Robert Redford. But this year's opening night attraction was an unusual one even for this festival, a 1927 silent film. But this isn't just any 62-year-old movie. It's Sunrise, one of the greatest of all silent films, and it was accompanied by the 83-member Utah Symphony playing a brand new music score composed and conducted by David Newman. Now that's an event. Sunrise won 3 Academy Awards the very first year the Oscars were presented, including one for its star Janet Gaynor, who earned the Best Actress Award for her heart-rending performance opposite George O'Brien. This was the first American film made by German director F.W. Murnau. It's moody, emotional, and one of the most impressive pieces of visual storytelling I've ever seen. This was the silent film at the peak of its power. And what better way to reintroduce the film to a modern audience than with an equally powerful music score? David Newman, the Sundance Institute's music director, took the challenge and fell in love with the film.
I bet I looked at it 75 to 100 times.
Did you find yourself getting weary of it?
I never got weary. In fact, on the contrary, I found that the more that I looked at it, the more detail there. It's one of those pieces of art, which really is what it is, that the more you look at it, the more there is in it.
Seeing a silent film with a live orchestra creates a whole new experience. And at the opening night party, I found one audience member who was sold on silence.
People who were not exposed to black and white silent films like that can see that they're not just antiquities. They may be forefathers of what we've got today, but they still work.
And I think it's fair to say that the rest of the audience agreed. A 1927 film, a 1989 triumph. What a great night. I'm so glad I was there. And the only frustration I feel is that you can't bottle an evening like that and take it and open it up for your friends. This is something that really doesn't translate to video, the experience of seeing the music live and hearing it while you're watching the film.
Must be a tremendous temptation for the musicians to take a peek, too, while they're playing.
I'll bet. Well, they do run-throughs. I think they get to see the film ahead of time.
Right. Thanks, Leonard.